Ladies and gentlemen, before you check your phone, before you look in the mirror, and before you open your mouth to the world, you need to open your mouth to yourself. Why? Because the words you speak first are the blueprint of the day you're about to build. Every morning, I want you to declare, not wish, proclaim, not hope. These 5 lines are not affirmations. They are alignments. They align your faith, your focus, and your future. Speak these 5 lines to yourself every morning. I was created to dominate, not to be dominated. This reminds you that mediocrity is not your birthright. Dominion is. I am the solution to a problem the world cannot solve without me. That means your purpose has value, and where there is value, there is compensation. Wealth flows to me because I create value and multiply it. You're not chasing money. Money is chasing your mastery. I am a vessel of excellence, and everything I touch gets better. This programs your mind to elevate everything around you, your business, your relationships, your health. My today is better because my yesterday prepared me. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Speak these lines not with emotion alone, but with conviction. Faith comes by hearing. So make sure what you're hearing is what aligns with your assignment. When you speak the right words, you don't just change your day, you change your destiny. That's not just a catchy phrase. It's a universal principle rooted in creation itself. In the beginning, God spoke and the universe responded. He didn't build it with his hands, he declared it with his mouth. And if we are made in his image, then our words carry that same creative power. The difference is, most people are careless architects. They speak destruction, limitation, and mediocrity over their lives, and then wonder why their reality is so restricted. When you wake up in the morning, your spirit is most receptive. That's not the time to speak confusion, fear, or doubt. That's when you build your day one word at a time. The world you walk into at 9 a.m. is the one you designed with your words at 6 a.m. The problem is, most people are letting other people's voices shape their reality. They check their phone, scroll through someone else's highlight reel, and speak discouragement into themselves without realizing it. I'm not enough. I'm behind. I can't do this. Whether they say it out loud or silently, the programming is running, and it's running in the wrong direction. Words are seeds, and just like in nature, the seed doesn't care who plants it or whether the person understands the process. It just obeys the law. If you plant negativity, don't be surprised when you reap chaos. If you speak defeat, don't be shocked when your decisions follow that declaration. Your mind and spirit are listening, even when you think you're joking. Every word is a brick in the house you're building, and most people are living inside structures they didn't consciously design. Here's what's wild. People use words to build other people up more than they build themselves. You'll encourage a friend, cheer on your children, and support your partner. But when it comes to you, you're silent. Or worse, you're critical. That's why the first keynote is so crucial. Words create worlds. That means you have the power to speak a new environment into your life before you even get out of bed. You're not stuck. You're just speaking stuck. You're not lost. You're just rehearsing confusion. Your words set your standard. When you say, I was created to dominate, you're not just hyping yourself up. You're issuing a command to your mind, your actions, your time, and even your body. You're telling yourself that mediocrity is no longer acceptable real estate for your spirit to live in. You're reminding yourself that dominion isn't about arrogance. It's about alignment. It's about aligning your language with your design. The truth is, you're already speaking something every day. The only question is, are those words building your destiny or breaking it? Are they releasing power or reinforcing pain? When you understand that your voice carries the authority of creation, you stop treating your declarations like options and start using them like tools. You don't need to be perfect to speak powerfully. You don't need a platform to prophecy over your own life. What you need is intentionality. Be deliberate with your words. Be decisive with your declarations. Wake up and speak as if your life depends on it, because it does. Every successful person, whether they know it or not, is walking in the world their words built. The question is, will you keep building someone else's world with their words, or will you finally create your own? You program your mind daily. Whether you're intentional about it or not, your mind is receiving input, organizing patterns, and setting expectations based on what you allow into it, especially first thing in the morning. That's why what you say to yourself when you wake up matters more than most people realize. You are not just waking up, you're booting up. Your mind is like a powerful operating system, and each day, your thoughts and words are the code you're writing into it. The danger is that most people are running yesterday's programming without updating their mental software. Let's make this plain. The human mind is programmable, and it runs on repetition. Whatever you hear and say consistently becomes the dominant narrative in your subconscious. The problem, most people are programming themselves by accident. They listen to negative news, repeat limiting beliefs, scroll through other people's lives, and unknowingly input the same cycle of frustration and confusion. And the next day, they wonder why they don't feel any different, why nothing seems to change. It's because their programming hasn't changed. Think about it. Every time you wake up and tell yourself, I'm tired, I'm not ready, I'm not enough, your brain says, got it. Let's make sure you live in agreement with that. Your nervous system responds to those commands. Your energy follows. Your choices follow. You've written code that determines how your system will function. And that's the tragedy for most people. They don't realize they've trained themselves to lose before they've even left the house. But here's the good news. If you can program your mind with doubt, you can reprogram it with belief. The same mechanism that causes a downward spiral can be used to build an upward force. That's why speaking life to yourself in the morning is not about motivation. It's about installation. You are installing confidence, installing clarity, installing courage. You're not waiting to feel ready. You're preparing your system to act like it already is. Now let's go deeper. Your words don't just affect your mind. They affect your identity. When you say something like, I am focused, or I am built for this, you're not just describing how you feel, you are defining who you are. And the mind doesn't like to be out of alignment with identity. So once you declare something about yourself consistently, your brain will begin to look for patterns to prove it. That's why people who constantly say, I'm bad with money, often stay broke. It's not because they're cursed, it's because they're coded that way. The declaration becomes the reality. You have to take control of the programming process. Don't just let anything in. Your mind is too valuable to leave the door open to anything and everything. Be the gatekeeper. Decide what gets access. Speak what aligns with the life you're building, not the life you're trying to escape. And most importantly, do it daily, not just when you feel inspired, not just when life is good. Every single day, consistency creates transformation. And if you want to transform your results, you have to transform the input. That starts with your words. Speak like your mind is listening, because it is. Speak like your future is paying attention, because it is. Program your mind like the CEO of your life, not like an employee waiting for orders. Because the truth is, your life will eventually look like the dominant thought patterns of your mind. And those patterns are shaped by the words you rehearse every morning. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you rise to the level of your programming. So install greatness every morning, line by line, word by word, until your mind has no choice but to follow. Your internal belief must precede external success. This is a fundamental truth that many overlook, but it's absolutely essential if you want to experience lasting and meaningful achievement. Before you see the results on the outside, whether that's money in your bank account, recognition in your career, or breakthroughs in your personal life. There is an invisible battle happening inside. Your beliefs, your mindset, and your identity are shaping everything you do, often without you even realizing it. Think about it like this. Your external reality is a reflection of your internal landscape. What you believe about yourself and your potential sets the boundaries for what you will allow yourself to pursue and achieve. If deep down you believe you're unworthy of success, or that the world is against you, or that you don't have what it takes, then no matter how hard you work, you will unconsciously sabotage your efforts. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You might move forward, but you won't get very far. On the other hand, when you develop strong internal belief, when you truly see yourself as capable, deserving, and equipped, you begin to act differently. Your energy changes, your decisions change, your level of persistence and resilience increases. You start showing up with confidence and clarity because you know, without a doubt, that success is not just a possibility, it's your destiny. This internal belief is more than just positive thinking or wishful hoping. It's a deep, unshakable conviction that no external circumstance can overturn. It's a belief that is forged through knowledge, experience, and often through spiritual or personal alignment. When your belief system is aligned with truth, whether that truth comes from your faith, your values, or your proven capabilities, your external world begins to shift to match it. One of the reasons this principle is so powerful is because most people try to chase external success first. They chase the money, the titles, the approval, thinking those things will somehow convince them that they are enough. But that's backwards. Success will never convince you of your value. Instead, your belief in your value and potential must fuel your pursuit of success. This internal belief also acts as a filter for opportunity. When you believe in yourself, you recognize opportunities that others miss. You see problems as challenges to overcome rather than roadblocks. You are willing to take risks and face failure because you know your worth is not tied to any single outcome. That freedom empowers you to innovate, to grow, and to persist when others quit. Internal belief influences how others perceive you. Confidence is magnetic. When you genuinely believe in yourself, people are more likely to trust you, invest in you, and open doors for you. Your belief becomes a form of leadership that attracts support and collaboration. Without it, even the best ideas and skills can go unnoticed. Building this belief requires intentional work. It means reflecting on your past victories, affirming your identity regularly, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and rejecting the lies that tell you you're not enough. It means training your mind to focus on what's possible, not what's impossible. And most importantly, it means acting as if you already believe it, even when you don't feel it fully yet. Your internal belief is the soil in which the seeds of success are planted. Without fertile soil, without a mindset that nurtures growth, those seeds cannot sprout. So before you chase the external rewards, make sure you've cultivated your inner world, strengthen your belief, build your identity. Align your mind and spirit with the success you desire, because only then will external success follow naturally, inevitably, and sustainably. Success starts with alignment. This is a powerful principle that many people overlook in their pursuit of achievement. They focus solely on external goals, money, status, or recognition, without realizing that true success is far deeper and more holistic. It begins on the inside, where spirit, soul, and body come together in harmony. When these three parts of your being are aligned, success flows naturally, almost effortlessly, because you are operating in your true design and purpose. Let's break this down. Your spirit is your connection to something greater than yourself. It's the part of you that holds your values, your faith, your sense of purpose. Your soul contains your mind, your emotions, your will. It's where your thoughts and feelings are processed, where decisions are made. Your body is the physical vessel that carries out your intentions and interacts with the world. When these three are not in sync, you experience friction, confusion, and frustration. You may achieve some things, but they often feel hollow or unsustainable. You might have a big goal to build wealth, but if your spirit doesn't agree, if deep down you don't believe wealth is aligned with your purpose or values, then you'll face resistance. You might feel guilty, anxious, or disconnected, even if the money comes. This internal conflict can cause you to self-sabotage or burn out. The body can't keep pushing against the soul and spirit without breaking down. You might work hard, but without alignment, the effort is inefficient and drains you instead of energizing you. On the other hand, when your spirit, soul, and body are aligned, your actions have power and your decisions are clear. Your spirit fuels your soul with purpose, your soul directs your body with focus, and your body executes with energy. It's like a well-tuned machine where every part knows its role and works in concert with the others. This alignment creates flow, and flow is where success thrives. This principle of alignment also means you must be honest with yourself about what truly matters. Many people chase goals that look good on paper or in the eyes of others, but they don't resonate with their true self. This misalignment causes exhaustion and disappointment. True alignment requires self-awareness, knowing your values, your strengths, your passions, and then setting goals that honor those. It's not just about doing more. It's about doing what matters most in the right way. Spiritual alignment also plays a crucial role. When you align your goals with your faith or higher purpose, you tap into a source of strength beyond your own. This connection provides guidance, resilience, and peace that can't be found through effort alone. It helps you navigate challenges with grace because you understand that your success is part of a bigger plan. Alignment also impacts your relationships and environment. When you are in alignment, you naturally attract people, opportunities, and resources that support your vision. Misalignment, however, often leads to conflict, confusion, and wasted energy. You might find yourself constantly fighting against circumstances or people because you're not operating from a place of truth. Cultivating alignment requires regular reflection and adjustment. It's about asking yourself questions like, does this goal serve my higher purpose? Do my daily habits support my long-term vision? Am I caring for my body as well as my mind and spirit? It's a continuous process of tuning in, recalibrating, and ensuring that every part of you is moving in the same direction. Success is not a solo external event. It's an internal harmony. When your spirit, soul, and body are aligned, success is inevitable because you are functioning in your highest design. You stop fighting yourself and start flowing with your true purpose. So before you chase the next goal, make sure you've aligned your whole being. When you do, the doors will open, the obstacles will diminish, and your path will become clear. That is where true, sustainable success begins. The seed of prosperity is planted in self. This idea might sound simple, but it holds a profound truth about how success, wealth, and abundance manifest in our lives. Prosperity doesn't just show up by accident. It begins in the invisible conversations you have with yourself every day. The words you speak internally, whether out loud or silently, are the seeds you plant in the fertile soil of your mind and spirit. And just like any seed, what you plant determines what you will harvest. Think about a farmer who wants to grow corn. He doesn't just scatter seeds randomly and hope for the best. He carefully selects quality seeds, prepares the soil, waters them consistently, and protects them from weeds and pests. The same principle applies to your prosperity. If you want to harvest wealth, success, and abundance, You must first plant the right seeds in your mind through deliberate, positive, and empowering self-talk. Many people do the opposite. They plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation. They tell themselves things like, "I'll never get ahead," "Money is hard to come by," or "I'm just not lucky." These negative statements are like planting weeds in your garden. They choke out the good growth before it can even start. Over time, these thoughts take root and grow into beliefs that hold you back from reaching your full potential. On the other hand, when you consistently speak words of faith, possibility, and abundance to yourself, you nurture the soil for prosperity to grow. Phrases like, "I am capable of creating wealth," "Opportunities flow to me," and "I am worthy of success" act as fertilizer that strengthens your confidence and aligns your actions with your goals. This is not wishful thinking. It is a practical and spiritual strategy to condition your mind for success. Your self-talk influences your behavior. When you believe prosperity is possible, you begin to act differently. You take risks, seek out opportunities, and invest in your growth. You become more disciplined, more resilient, and more resourceful. Your energy changes, and others notice it too. People are drawn to confidence and positivity, which opens doors that might otherwise remain closed. Prosperity seated in your mind through self-talk doesn't only affect your financial situation. It transforms your entire life, your relationships, your health, your sense of purpose. When you believe in abundance, you stop operating from a place of scarcity and fear. You become more generous, more creative, and more willing to step into your greatness. This concept is supported by both science and spirituality. Neuroscience shows that the brain forms neural pathways based on repeated thoughts and words. Positive self-talk creates pathways that make confident, successful behavior easier and more natural. Spiritually, many teachings emphasize the power of the tongue and the spoken word in creating reality. What you say consistently is what you bring into existence. The key to planting the seed of prosperity is consistency. It's not enough to say positive things once in a while or only when you feel good. You must speak life into your situation daily, especially during moments of doubt or challenge. That's when your words have the greatest power to shift your mindset and set you back on the path to abundance. It's also important to align your self-talk with action. Words alone won't create prosperity if they are not backed by intentional effort. But when your mindset and your actions are in harmony, you create a powerful momentum that moves you closer to your goals every day. The foundation of prosperity is laid in the quiet conversations you have with yourself. Yourself-talk is the seed that grows into the harvest of your life's success. By choosing your words carefully and consistently, you prepare your mind and spirit to receive and multiply the blessings and opportunities that come your way. So start today. Plant seeds of faith, confidence, and abundance, and watch as your life transforms from the inside out. What you say to yourself every morning is not just routine. It's the foundation of your destiny. Your words create the world you live in. They program your mind, shape your belief, align your whole being, and plant the seeds of your prosperity. Success is not accidental. It's the natural result of the thoughts and declarations you consistently choose to speak. So, take control of your mornings. Speak life to yourself with purpose and power. Align your spirit, soul, and body behind your words, and watch as the invisible becomes visible. When you do this daily, you are not just preparing for success, you are commanding it. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your self-talk. Speak greatness over yourself every morning, and greatness will become your reality. It's time to build your world, one word at a time.